It's time for Lackawanna College men's basketball. And today, the Falcons will take on the CCBC Dundalk Lions. Alongside Tom Ferguson, Steve Young, we are set to rock and roll with our Game 2 doubleheader, as Lackawanna will bring an overall record of 5 wins and 11 losses into this ball game, a conference record of 3-4. They have lost their last 2 ball games. The Lions of Dundalk College will be overall 8-11 and a conference record of 4-5. They are out of Region 20. So we're just about set for all of the action of tonight's game between the Lions and the Falcons. So for the Lions, they will have a couple of players who average in double figures. Murray Grant averages 12. Nasir Johnson having a great season for the Lions. He is averaging 16 points a ball game coming into this one. And Balinga Kabasu is averaging 10 a ball game. So they've got some players that could score, and we'll see how things play out here tonight as Dundalk will take on Lackawanna. And good solid starting 5 for Lackawanna, and we're just about set for the tip-off here at the Lackawanna College Student Union.
Yeah, looking forward to getting the guys back out on the floor. You know, they battled the last 2 games with SUNY Orange and with Raritan Valley, and you know, I mentioned this kind of during the women's game. You worry after the games that they played, where they've played well but they still can't get over the hump, that's going to affect how they come out here and how they come out against teams maybe they should be able to compete with and beat on a regular basis. So, I mean, that's just judging by the records. We'll actually see how good Dundalk is here in a couple minutes, but I think the Falcons should feel confident about where they're at, again, because they've got their complement of players back. They got Amir Elzy and Gabe Springer and Jalen Davis back in the lineup. You know, they've got kind of everybody back and healthy. So what can they do? Daryl Coleman as well. How can they find a way to win this game?
So for Lackawanna, they are putting up about 76 points a ball game while allowing 84. The Dundalk Lions averaging 69 while giving up 73. They have lost their last 6 ball games. So here tonight, it will be Lackawanna and Dundalk to go head-to-head. Tom, we'll see what kind of matchup we have, how these players match up against each other going into the start of the contest.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Dundalk just under 70 points a game. They're shooting about 39% from the field this year, knocking down around 28% from downtown. So they're not a great three-point shooting team. Their opponents are hitting around 42% this year. They have a slight edge in rebounding. It's pretty much even, and they're just shy of 17 turnovers per game on the season. So they're about a 500 team. What you'd expect for a team that's 8-11, but they've lost their last 6. So they've been on a little bit of a slide, and certainly they want to try to get off of that against the Falcons. 2 teams that are looking for that win, looking for something to springboard them into the last stages of this regular season.
Well, it is time for basketball here at the Lackawanna College Student Union in Scranton on this, snowy, rainy night, Thursday night here in Northeast Pennsylvania.
Dundalk had some trouble getting here. I guess they had some rain and were trying to take their time getting up here, so that's why the game's a little bit delayed and not tipping here until 7:30.
And now we'll turn things over to Mike Rickert.
Freshman number 30, Antonio Jenkins, and sophomore number 33, Amir Johnson. Head coach of the Lions is Jerron Taylor.
Remember back in the day when you taught me to live and I taught you to pray. We went in the battle together, no matter the way.
And now the starting lineups for your Lackawanna College Falcons. At guard, 5'10" sophomore from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, number 3, Will Johnson. At guard, 6'1" sophomore from Cheltenham, Pennsylvania, number 5, Brandon Scott. At guard, 6'7" sophomore from Orange, New Jersey, number 11, Jalen Davis. At forward, 6'7" sophomore from Cheltenham, Pennsylvania, number 12, David Pope. And center, 6'8" sophomore from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, number 23, Gabe Springer. Head coach of the Falcons is Landon Gabriel. He's assisted by Kirk Fallon and Mike Morgan.
It is time to rock and roll with basketball here at the historic Student Union Gym. With Tom Ferguson, Steve Young, glad you could join us for all of the action here on the LC Fan Network. Well, we're ready for the tip-off. Gabe Springer will be at center court for Lackawanna, along with Jordan Foster. Jordan Foster, 6'1", Gabe Springer at 6'8". Bit of a mismatch for the opening tip. We'll see how it plays out.
We'll see. I thought maybe Amir Elzy might be getting the start tonight based on how he played against Raritan, but I know Coach wants to kind of use him and Will Johnson as point guards. Doesn't necessarily think they play as well together out on the floor there.
Falcons will have the first possession of the game as Pope will kick it outside to Will Johnson. Brandon Scott, they go back to Pope on the baseline. Inside, a cut to the basket by Davis for 2.
You know, I tell you what, Pope and Davis have developed a real good rapport when it comes to give and go, especially when he finds Pope. Pope knows Davis is cutting to the rim, hits him there, and they score on the first possession.
Foster will give it up. Murray Grant takes control. Amir Johnson fires up a 3, off the mark, rebounded by Brandon Scott. Here come the Falcons in transition. They look pretty sharp, handling the basketball. In the first minute of this game, they're up 2-0. And Dave Pope now will fire up a 3. It's off the mark. Davis keeps it going, and this is a backcourt violation as the Falcons turn it over.
It's all right, they got the look they wanted. You know, they want Dave Pope from the corner. Just couldn't knock it down. So that they got a clean look at it. See if they can continue to defend the way they have.
And it will be Jordan Foster, the 6'1" freshman, to inbound the basketball for the Lions. And Amir Johnson taking control. And they're working the ball around the perimeter, near side. Jenkins gives it up. 8 to shoot. On a drive to the basket, a little bit out of control is Amir Johnson, and a whistle.
Bucket's good, too. And they called a foul on Gabe Springer.
So Springer picks up a quick personal foul as we're tied at 2. And on the free throw line, Amir Johnson, 6'3" sophomore, shooting at 60% from the free throw line this year, averaging 10 points a ball game. And as a team, the Lions are shooting at 61% from the stripe.
Falcons are asking about, was that the continuation there? What, we playing by NBA rules? What happened there? Because that was a very delayed shot that went in, but officials saying he was in the act of going up.
And the free throw rims out, and Johnson gets it back, takes it to the glass, and scores. Johnson with that quick move to the glass gives Dundalk a 4-2 advantage.
He might have got away with a walk there too. It looked like he double clutched on that.
Davis looks to kick it out and throws it into the hands of Grant Murray. Murray flips it to Jordan Foster, pulls up, fires up the three. That's an air ball. And underneath the basket, muscling up the shot inside was Antonio Jenkins, and he is fouled on the play.
Davis picks up the personal, his first. Now, JD was in some foul trouble against Raritan, really didn't have much of an effect in the first half, played better the second half, but he's gonna have to play much cleaner in this game.
Jenkins can't convert on the first free throw. He is a 65% free throw shooter coming into this game. 6'1" freshman. And the southpaw hits the second free throw to give Dundalk a 5-2 advantage. Right now, Lackawanna will go to work in its half-court offense. Davis dishes off. Brandon Scott and company. Pope looking for Springer. 9 to shoot. Pope, off the fingertips of Brandon Scott. The pass was too hot to handle, and the Falcons turn it over.
Now the Lions switched to a zone on that last possession, and that's why Lackawanna College was a little out of sorts there. They didn't really know how to attack it right away. They were confused.
And Dundalk will set it up. It is Grant driving, dishing off. And from the corner, an open look is good by Nasir Johnson. And the Lions are out to a 8-2 advantage as we go to a break on the LC Fan Network.
At Lackawanna College, we're not here to change the world, but we will change how you think, how you attack problems, and overcome limitations, how you push yourself to turn challenges into opportunities. It's an experience that'll change your life. And maybe then, you can change the world. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Back in Scranton at Lackawanna College, alongside Tom Ferguson, Steve Young, glad you could join us for all of the action of the Dundalk Lions and the Lackawanna Falcons here on the LC Fan Network.
You know, we joke a lot on the broadcast with the women's team how we can hear Coach Joy Whittington throughout the game, and that was really the first time I heard Coach Landon Gabriel. He was not very happy with his Falcons there in that last time out. A little sluggish here to start.
This Lions ball club very athletic and very quick as the pass will go to Foster. He lays it in with a left hand. And the Lions have increased their lead. It is now 10-2 Dundalk.
Oh,
Brandon Scott and
back,
Pope and everybody, and they turn it over. So with just about 3 minutes gone by, Lackawanna having trouble generating offense. And the Lions really doing a good job, not only offensively, but playing some great defense.
well, a line change. Take the starters out, bring in the second team for the Falcons. 5 new players on the floor.
Pull-up jumper, Grant. It rims out. Battle for the ball. Lackawanna has it. Nashawn Johnson and Abdel Wahab will set it up. Maj now with the right-hand dribble. LZ. Maj out beyond the arc in three-point territory. He will drive and fires it up underneath the basket. They'll get another opportunity with 12 to shoot. Open look from downtown is good. And that is Daryl Coleman knocking it down, and it's 10-5.
Good to see Maj out there on the floor. Hadn't played the last 2 games. And nice find there as they're able to get it out to Coleman to hit the 3.
Foster drives off balance. No. Rebounded by Lackawanna. Harbin will bounce pass to Elsie in the corner. He lines it up, and it ricochets off the iron. Rebounded by Antonio Jenkins, and then his pass is intercepted, and the bucket by Nashawn Johnson.
And Nashawn did not play in the last game either, so they want to see him get up, and then they call a carry and a little noise here at the Student Union.
Wow. Yeah, we have some nice turnout here on this Thursday night. even with the inclement weather that we have, and they're very much into this ball game.
The spring football players are out in full force.
Now that's what you need to get some life in the gym and some momentum behind the team, as Lackawanna and Elsie will line it up, and he misfires. Ball's tipped around, and Jordan Foster recovers for the Lions. Foster quickly across midcourt, gives it up. And on a drive to the basket, Nasir Johnson misses, and Maj has the rebound. Abdel Wahab gives it up. Far side, it's Elsie. Maj for three, got it. We are tied at 10, Lackawanna and Dundalk.
10-0 run, or 8-0 run, I should say, from the Falcons there.
Grant, spin move, dishes off from the corner. Here comes the outside jumper that is off the mark by Nasir Johnson. And the Falcons coming the other way, tied at 10. Abdel Wahab had the ball tipped, and this will be a body-twisting shot by Coleman that doesn't fall. And it's rebounded by Amir Johnson. Grant in the lane, tripped up, and a whistle.
Call that on Kieran. I mean, I guess you could say hit him with the body there. I thought Grant tripped or lost his balance first before the foul.
Antonio Jenkins will check out of the lineup. Jason Muzan checks in. He's a 6-foot sophomore guard wearing number 20. And Murray Grant to inbound for the Lions. And the long pass will go to Nasir Johnson. And an open look from the corner is good by Murray Grant. And the lead is 3 for the Lions.
Yeah, they're going to feed him as much as they can on open looks.
Maj will float the pass. Oh. For Lackawanna right here, Maj dishes off and throws it right into the hands of Amir Johnson.
Kieran Harbin went down hard.
Open look from downtown. Shot won't fall for Muzan. And in transition, here comes Elsie as Lackawanna trails by 3. Abdel Wahab pulls up inside the arc and knocks down the shot. 13-12, the Lions. Well, Harbin was holding his hip.
Yeah.
Still showing some effects of that fall that he took moments ago. And on a drive to the basket, going up with the shot was Amir Johnson. Had it knocked away, Falcons basketball.
That's great defense by Nashawn Johnson, coming from behind there to tip it off of Amir and knock it free. The second team really doing a number here for the Falcons.
Well, with Dundalk leading 13-12, Lackawanna will inbound the basketball, and they'll face a little bit of pressure right here.
Yeah, it's not intense. It's almost a slow Lackawanna College down.
Maj double teamed. Elsie will dish it off. Elsie will take control. Darryl Coleman and company. Cross-court pass. Elsie with the quick move. Open, puts up the runner, doesn't get it to fall, and the putback is good by Bannister, and that brings the crowd to its feet.
Great job by Kieran staying with the play. Able to leap over somebody to grab that miss and put it back in. That's huge.
Now let's check that. That was Harbin. Kieran Harbin with the bucket. 6-foot sophomore, and he will be on the stripe for Lackawanna. Up by 1, 14-13. Harbin this year converting on 14 of 18 free throw attempts. And with Lackawanna up, he hits the free throw and gives the Falcons a 2-point lead.
He's been such a great addition to Coach Gabriel's arsenal, both defensively and just he does kind of all the little things on offense.
Driving and going up with the shot was Jaden Amoruso, and the follow-up no good. They battle for it. Lackawanna has it. Abdel Wahab comes across midcourt. And it will be Daryl Coleman, and Maj with that quick move to the basket puts on the brakes, kicks it outside. Elzy, plenty of time to shoot. They drive, and the shot is rejected right there by Jalen Amoruso. There's the pass to Grant. Grant kicks it out. And driving and putting it up with the left hand was Bilenga Cabasso, and the shot was no good. LZ will loop it outside, and Maj, along with Daryl Coleman, will reset the offense. Kieran Harbin is open from the outside and misses. And with Lackawanna up 15-13, outside jumper doesn't fall for Murray Grant.
Falcons need to slow things down a little bit. I think some fatigue maybe starting to set in here.
LZ will slow it down a bit along with Coleman running the offense. And Harbin in the corner now will work it near side to Daryl Coleman. 8 to shoot. Maj from downtown, off the mark. And the Lions have the basketball. It's up for grabs. Coleman picks it up down to Maj, and he will put it in with the right hand. And Lackawanna leads 17-13. We have a timeout on the court with 11:26 to play in the first half on the LC Fan Network.
Are you looking for a new career in the great outdoors? Lackawanna College's Conservation and Natural Resource Certificate program can train you in just 15 weeks. Through 5 specialized environmental field courses, you'll be ready for a career as a state park or forest ranger, in the regional park system, or even as an environmental educator. Hands-on training is offered at more than a dozen ecologically unique locations in Northeast Pennsylvania. Enroll today at lackawanna.edu to study in Covington Township, Sunbury, or Towanda.
En Lackawanna College no estamos aquí para cambiar el mundo, pero cambiaremos su forma de pensar, cómo ataca los problemas y supera las limitaciones, cómo se esfuerza por convertir los desafíos en oportunidades. Es una experiencia que cambiará su vida y tal vez entonces puedas cambiar el mundo. Esto cambia la vida. Este es Lackawanna College.
11:26 remaining in this first half here at Lackawanna College in Scranton, and the Falcons have a 17-13 advantage over the Dundalk Lions.
7 points for Maj Abdelwahab. The Falcons bench mob with 15 of their 17 points right now. They have come in and they've provided the exact spark that Coach Landon Gabriel was looking for the Falcons here. Defensive effort, patience on offense, making things work. That's what you want to see out of your 5 on the floor. So this has been a real good spell for all these guys out there.
And the Lions will bring the ball the length of the court with Foster about to bring it across midcourt, but there was a whistle right
shot
there.
Clock needs to be reset, and they just figured that out.
So they'll do it all over again. Game 1 of our doubleheader, and the women's game went to Harcum 66-50. And the Lions now facing a little bit of pressure. And it will be Foster to survey the defense of Lackawanna. Moves on, defended by Elzy, gives it up. And driving and off balance, the shot won't fall for Cabasso. And in transition, here come the Falcons. Harbin driving, and he's open. The bucket is good, and the foul.
Kieran with that little hesitation, drops the shoulder, gets the baseline. Heck of an effort. He's going to the line for one more.
I'll tell you what, the fans were on their feet before the shot because they could see he was open and he was going to finish.
They knew.
19-13, the Falcons. Kieran Harbin back on the strike. And free throw rims out. And Dundalk has the basketball as we near the midway point of the first half here in Scranton. Foster gives it up. And driving in traffic, they try to work the ball outside to Cabasso, and they turn it over.
Too much dribbling there. Foster kind of got caught between 3 defenders and left his feet, shuffled his feet. Falcons have been on a nice roll since they got back in this game.
They lead by 6. Maj, had the ball rejected. And here is Kabasu going to the basket and scoring with the right hand. And Lackawanna's lead is now 19-15. And this pass out of control. Great save, but ball up for grabs. And the Lions come up with it. It will be Foster. Cross midcourt, looking near side to Kabasu. And from the corner, an open look that won't fall from the corner by the Lions. And in transition, LZ almost lost the basketball, and he had his pocket picked. Here is Amoruso to the glass and didn't get the basket, but will be on the free throw line.
Yeah, Abdel Wahab with the personal there. And Daryl Coleman's trying to have a conversation with Maj Abdel Wahab about the passes against the press. And Coleman's saying we got to go to the middle. We can't go back and forth against this team. They're getting too wise to it now. They got to try to get someone stationed in the middle against this.
Jalen Amoruso, 6'1" freshman guard on the free throw line for Dundalk, shooting at 42% this year, averaging 5 points a ball game. Dundalk as a team averaging 69, giving up 73, and misses the free throw with under 10 to play in the first half.
So here comes Will Johnson. He replaces Amir Elzy.
Amoruso will have another free throw toss on the way. And misses. Coleman with the rebound. Will Johnson, double teamed, had his pocket picked. Here's the fast break to Nasir Johnson for an easy basket. And the Lackawanna lead is down to 2 points, 19-17.
Someone's got to get in the middle here. Someone has to move to the middle.
Well, the Lions are very athletic and very quick.
Oh.
Harbin puts on the brakes. From the corner, Maj drains the shot, and it's good for 3.
Maj having himself a nice game after missing his last 2 games. 10 points off the bench for Maj here. Big, big lift for the Falcons.
Yeah, they needed that basket. Foster flips it, and they'll reset the offense as Kabasu gives it up. And Nasir Johnson on the drive and a whistle.
So who's the foul on? It might be on Nashawn Johnson. Yeah, I thought they might call that one on.
That will place Nasir Johnson on the stripe. He averages 16 a ball game, 6-foot freshman point guard. As we go to a break with 9:04 remaining in the first half on the LC Fan Network.
Imagine the innovator you could be tomorrow with an innovative education today from Lackawanna College. Our Level Up program puts high school students on an early college pathway for an easier college transition and faster degree attainment at a dramatically lower cost. That's why Fast Company named us one of the world's most innovative companies. With an education from Lackawanna College, imagine where you'll be tomorrow. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
9:04 remaining in the first half. Lackawanna leads this one 22-17. Nasir Johnson is on the stripe for Dundalk, and he is a 62% free throw shooter this year. Well, for the Lions, Tom, they're very, very athletic and very quick.
Yep.
And they go after the basketball.
They got good length. They got good length, I think, is what they can make up for maybe a lack of shooting.
As Johnson misses the first. Dundalk from the field shooting at 39%. Beyond the arc, they're at 28%. And the second shot is good by Nasir Johnson. They answer. It's now 22-18.
They're going to keep this pressure up until Lackawanna College can prove they can beat it consistently.
And now it's Nishan Johnson and Will Johnson to run the offense for the Falcons. Will signals out the play. Maj in some traffic will give it up. And near side, Coleman puts it up off balance. No, and the rebound goes to Amoruso. Here he comes across midcourt with 8:30 to play in the first half. On a drive, shot inside, rejected by Daryl Coleman as Foster took it to the ring.
Coleman might have rushed his shot on that last pass from, it just didn't have his feet set as we just saw on our monitor. Rushed that corner three. Otherwise, that was a good looking play.
Foster gives it up. Jumper from the outside off the mark by Nasir Johnson.
I think they're going to call a foul underneath against Kabasu, pushing from behind there.
And it will be Maj to inbound. And he gets it back across midcourt. Will Johnson out beyond the arc. And this is Daryl Coleman coming near side. Will Johnson driving the baseline, kicks it out. Maj with 10 to shoot. Will work it near side to Daryl Coleman. Far side. They dish off in the lane and they come away empty.
Too many empty possessions for the Falcons in this half.
Kabasu and Foster now to run the offense. And here is Foster pulling up with the shot. He misfires, and Dundalk will keep it going. Go underneath the basket, and a whistle as Nasir Johnson took it to the glass. And with 7:27 on the clock, Nasir Johnson is on the stripe once again for the Lions.
For all the back and forth and the runs and everything, you know, I think Dundalk has to be okay with where they're at right now. Just down 4 after that big avalanche of momentum the Falcons had.
As Nasir Johnson converts on the free throw. Gabe Springer is back in the lineup for Lackawanna.
Brandon Scott returns too. Really great job, Daryl Coleman and Nashawn Johnson out there. They did a heck of a job.
Yeah, because Dundalk got out to that quick lead, and they brought the second unit in there, and it really paid dividends as this free throw by Nasir Johnson is off the mark. 22-19. And Maj will give it up on the far side. Harbin drives, puts it up, and misses, and a whistle under the basket.
He's going to the line. Call a block on, looks like that's going to be on Jenkins.
And Kieran Harbin will be on the stripe, the 6'4" sophomore guard. Lackawanna as a team shooting at 67% this year. And this one is short.
Lackawanna was, I'd have to look it up here just to see exactly what it was, but they were great from the free throw line against Raritan Valley the other night. Upwards of 75%, which they don't normally shoot from the line.
And Kieran with the second free throw attempt. And he misfires, and
a foul on the floor.
Whistle under the basket, another foul.
Against Amir Johnson. Say he undercut Gabe Springer on the rebound. Yeah, Lackawanna College was 84%, 16 of 19 the other night.
Well, that's good free throw shooting.
Haven't quite been as accurate so far. It's only been Kieran Harbin that's been out there.
Maj gets the ball in. They kick it outside to Kieran from downtown. Short on the three, and is kept alive by Nasir Johnson as he will be defended there by Brandon Scott. 22-19, Lackawanna with the lead as we have under 7 remaining in this first half as Jordan Foster goes to work and will dish off. Johnson drives in traffic, and he hit the deck. No foul called. Kieran out of the pack with the basketball on the run. Giving it up Going up to Springer, and he couldn't finish. Looked like he was going for the jammer, and it was not to be.
It was partially blocked, but I don't know that he had the legs for it either.
Oh, driving to the basket was Nasir Johnson. He lost the basketball. They'll keep it going, and in the lane, they will work it back outside as Jordan Foster will take control and back it out beyond the arc.
Yeah, this is getting sloppy basketball.
Foster, long three, doesn't fall. Ball's tipped around, and they'll get a new shot clock. Driving is Jordan Foster. Kieran hit the deck.
The officials didn't really know what to do there. I don't think either coaches knew what to do. The baseline official pointed Dundalk. The sideline official near us pointed Falcon basketball, and that's what they went with. That probably should have been a charge or a block, something. Instead, they let it go.
3-point lead for the Falcons. And they have the basketball going to work here in Scranton on this Thursday night. Glad you could join us for all of the action as Springer dunks with authority.
Well, he made up for it. And the Wilkes-Barre connection there between Johnson and Springer.
Fadeaway is off the mark by Kabasu. Here come the Falcons up 24-19. Underneath the basket, off balance shot doesn't fall for Scott. Second shot up good underneath. 26-19.
Good find by Will Johnson to find Scott, and then Scott stays strong and goes with it, able to put that one up and in.
Now that's what Lackawanna needs, a little bit of momentum right here, and now play some defense on the other end.
Yeah, let's see if that dunk sparked them a little here.
Kabasu on the drive and whistle underneath the hoop.
Now they might call this on Davis. I think it's on Davis though because he was in the halo. I think he was too far underneath the basket. Otherwise, I thought his feet were set.
Well, we could watch it here on the replay.
Yeah, we're gonna get a look. Yeah, his feet were set, but he's inside the line,
right.
So.
Belinga Kabasu, 6'3" freshman, averaging 10 points a ball game on the stripe, a 50% free throw shooter this year, and converts. He is now 16 of 31 from the charity stripe on the season.
All right, so Coach Gabriel's leaving Davis out there for now with 2 fouls, so Jalen's just got to play smart.
And with 5:03 remaining in this first half, Falcons up by 6. Kabasu can narrow the deficit and got the bounce. 26-21 as the Lions answer. Now the Falcons with Maj going to the rack and scores.
Have yourself a hat, Maj Abdel-Wahab. 12 points for him.
Grant drives, had the ball stripped away under the hoop out of bounds. Lions basketball.
12 points all off the bench for Maj here in the first half.
Murray Grant will look to inbound for Dundalk. Grant will fire the pass to Jordan Foster. Grant got it back, but stepped out of bounds on the far side and turned it over right in front of the Lackawanna bench. Well, now here come the Falcons with the basketball and a 28-21 advantage. Abdel-Wahab gives it up. Will Johnson will take control. Davis now driving, tripped up, lost the basketball. It's tipped, and Dundalk has it. Fast break is on. Kabasu with the layup, reversed it, got it. 28-23.
Boy, just when it feels like the Falcons are starting to get a hold on the game, Dundalk finds a way to answer.
Well, they force turnovers and take advantage of it. That's one of the keys of a good basketball team as Davis pulls up and scores. Well, Jalen Amoruso hit the deck pretty hard. He's okay.
Now they call something on him? I didn't recognize the signal. They called on number 5. but then they signaled this, and I'm not sure what that means. Not sure if it's a warning or like a delay of game or what there.
7-point lead for Lackawanna. Foster drives too heavy. Davis, company lost the basketball. Foster going for the jam, didn't get it. In transition, here is Lackawanna with Will Johnson kicking it outside. Maj from downtown. It doesn't drop. Will Johnson, turnaround shot. No, off the back iron. And here come the Lions with 3:25 to play in the first half. Outside shot missing for Dundalk from the far side, and Lackawanna now will slow it down a bit with Will Johnson. I think they need a break.
Yeah, I think they should slow it down a little here.
Well, Dundalk had a couple of opportunities at the basket and couldn't convert.
Yeah, good defense by Brandon Scott, by the way.
And the outside shot from beyond the arc is good for Will Johnson, and the lead is 10.
He was hot in the first half against Raritan, had 3 3-pointers go down against the Lions there.
33-23. Kabasu gives it up. Foster, now Kabasu in the corner, looks for help. And here is the outside jump shot that is off the mark by Amoruso. And Dundalk turns it over. Dave Pope checking back in now.
Dave Pope back into the game. Good job by Maj Abdelwahab. Gets a big round of applause from his bench. So this is, Steve, this is the point of the game now where we've seen too many Falcons basketball games where they let a team get this back within 5 with 2 minutes to go. This is your chance to really put your foot on the pedal. Let's see if the Falcons can do that here in the next 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Will Johnson gets it inside. They give it to Pope. Pope follow-up. Got it. Followed up his shot, and it paid dividends.
Good pass from JD to find him, and then Pope stays with his shot to score.
Now with 2 minutes left here in the first half, and Lackawanna up 35-23. The Lions on a drive and underneath the basket. They come up empty. Amoruso couldn't finish. Another opportunity for the Falcons as Pope will fire it far side. This is Davis with the body twisting shot. Didn't get the roll. Amoruso clears for Dundalk. Right to the basket, putting it up and in is Jason Muzan. And there's a whistle.
They're going to call a push on Johnson from behind. I don't know how the baseline official saw that because Johnson would have been behind Muzan, who stood in between them.
Don't know. That was.
I mean, okay, I just saw it. So Johnson, a little bit of a push with the right arm there, maybe with a little forearm, just enough. And still, that's a tough. I don't know how the baseline official saw it, but he's the one who made the call.
Jason Muzan, 6-foot sophomore guard, converts from the free throw line for the Lions, and it's now 35-26.
All right, so 90 seconds to go. Don't let that derail the momentum they had cooking here. Got to keep things moving if you're the Falcons.
Davis gives it up. Pope. Oh. Pope was looking for Davis. Davis never saw the pass coming. Big opportunity right here for Nasir Johnson as he will bring it back outside. Amir Johnson with the basketball will pull up and shoot and rattles it in. Dundalk hanging tough, 35-28. They trail with under 1 minute to play in the first half.
Oh, if you're Jalen Davis, that was an open look too. You got to be looking for the basketball there. Tough break for the Falcons and big break for Dundalk.
Will Johnson. And this is Davis from the far corner, no good. Springer with the rebound and the follow-up. And a whistle.
Good hustle by Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe under the basket battling, and with 40 seconds remaining here in this first half, Lackawanna will put the ball in play as Davis will trigger it in from along the right baseline. And another whistle. And here we go. Amir Johnson will defend along the baseline as Elsie will check in and Davis will check out. Elsie will get the ball in play to Will Johnson. 37 seconds remaining. And Will Johnson near side, and on a drive to the basket, Brandon Scott misfires. And the Lions with 25 to play in this first half. Driving to the basket was Amir Johnson, losing it, out of control. Far side, open look for Muzan, and a whistle. With 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Springer pushed Muzan. Who's going to get 3 shots.
Wow.
And I don't know how much he may or may not have pushed him. But there was
a little bit of acting.
Yeah. Muzan went down a little easy, but he gets the call, and exactly what we talked about, have an opportunity to put your foot on the pedal here, and instead Dundalk with an opportunity. Now they're within 2 scores.
Jason Muzan on the stripe for the Lions with 11 seconds left. Another free throw toss right here, and it rattles out. And Muzan will have another free throw toss on the way. This one is good, 35-30. Chance right here for Lackawanna to take some momentum into the locker room at halftime. Elsie gives it up. Will Johnson, 2 seconds left. Johnson at the buzzer. It is off the mark. And that will bring us to halftime in today's matchup between the Lackawanna Falcons and the Dundalk Lions, with Lackawanna up 35-30 as we go to a break on the LC Fan Network.
Changing the world starts with you. And at Lackawanna College, we can help you put yourself on the path forward by helping you develop the knowledge and skills to help build a strong foundation, to make a difference in people's lives every day in rewarding fields like occupational therapy assistant. Because when it comes to changing the world, we believe it starts with you. This is Lackawanna College. Visit lackawannacollege.edu today. Oil and gas jobs are back. Are you looking for a life-changing experience? Lackawanna College's School of Petroleum and Natural Gas can put you on a path to a lucrative career in the production and delivery of America's energy in just 2 years. Choose from 2 degree programs or 2 certificate programs with internships that give students real-world and practical experience in the field. Lackawanna College will give you the education you need to build a career in this exciting industry. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Apply today at lackawanna.edu. We never set out to change the world, but at Lackawanna, we see our graduates doing it every day. In healthcare fields like surgical technology, our graduates are making an impact, not only in their own lives, but in the lives of countless patients and their families. Changing the world. It's really a simple matter of making life better for others, and there's no better place to start than Lackawanna College. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Visit lackawanna.edu today. At Lackawanna College, we never said we could change the world, but we believe our graduates can. That's why we offer programs in healthcare fields like ultrasound technology. Our graduates play a vital role in modern healthcare, using diagnostic technology to help improve the lives of their patients, making a difference in people's lives. That's what changing the world is all about, and it all starts at Lackawanna College. Visit lackawanna.edu today. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. You won't find changing the world listed in the Lackawanna College curriculum. What you will find is one of the region's most comprehensive nursing programs, specialized and tailored to fit those wanting to get started on the career path as a registered nurse or current registered nurses. Our programs are designed and taught by experienced nursing professionals, so no matter where you are in your journey, you can pursue your associate or RN to BSN degree in nursing right here at Lackawanna College. Then, one patient at a time, maybe you can change the world. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Welcome back to Lackawanna College here at halftime in today's matchup between the Lackawanna Falcons and the Lions of CCBC Dundalk. It is 35-30. The Falcons lead it here at halftime. Game 1 of our doubleheader. In the women's game, win to Harcum by the score of 66-50. Tom, when we take a look here at the numbers of the first half, Lackawanna didn't shoot too bad from the field, shooting at about almost 43%, and from beyond the arc, 28%. And when you really break it down, points off of turnovers, though, it was the Lions with a 15-5 advantage.
Yep, because there were 12 Falcon turnovers in that first half, and a lot of them came within the first couple minutes, really. But again, not that a turnover is ever good timing, but there were a lot of ill-timed turnovers for the Falcons that they kind of stopped momentum, stopped them from being able to really kind of get a good firm grip on this game, and kind of prevented them from doing so. And that has certainly made a difference. Falcons are 4 of 14 from beyond the arc, which concerns me a little bit, because if we know our Falcon basketball, and we'd like to think that we do, they love to shoot, and hot or not, it's going to go up. And 4 of 14 does not bode well. We'll see if maybe they can get back on track. I mean, it was a weird half for them, because the starters were in and then they were out. And the second team came in, and really a big credit to Maj Abdel-Wahab, who had 12 points in that first half, all off the bench. But he came in, Nashawn Johnson came in, Kieran Harbin, Amir Elzy, and Daryl Coleman, and they're the reason the Falcons are back in this game. And we're the reason the Falcons were up in this game, because of the foundation they built coming back from that 10-2 deficit. But Falcons had a 35-24 lead, 2 minutes to go, a lot of momentum, and just, again, couldn't find the way to kind of put this game, I don't want to say to bed, but in a position where people couldn't come back. And now it's a 35-30 game, and they're up against it right now.
Another number that stands out, when you take a look at the Lions, they had a total of 10 steals in that first half.
Yeah, so 10 active turnovers that they were able to turn into points on the other end. It was the issue there for the Falcons. They're pretty balanced, too. You got Nasir Johnson with 7 points, Amir Johnson with 6, Jason Muzan's come off the bench and put up 5 points, Belenga Cabasso with 4 points as well. They're getting out-rebounded 27-18, so the Falcons have a pretty firm grip in terms of advantage when it comes to rebounding, but Dundalk is hanging around, and that's all you need to do sometimes is hope someone's not shooting well. The Falcons are shooting 43%, but they're not shooting well from beyond the arc, and they're giving away the turnovers, and just keep hanging around. And sooner or later, you get to the midway point of the game, and suddenly Dundalk has a real shot to win this. So the Falcons really need to coalesce a little more on offense and figure out what's going to work.
Well, we have more basketball coming up this Saturday, as the Lackawanna College men will be in action as they will take on Morris. That will be Saturday at 3 p.m. And then this Sunday, we will be back in action with women's basketball as the Falcons will take on Niagara. So there's a lot of basketball still to be played this weekend. And the next week and a half is going to be very busy coming down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the men's schedule, as you mentioned, they got the Region 19 matchup with County College Morris on Saturday. Then they go to Monroe College out in New Rochelle on Tuesday. Then they're home to play Del Tech on Thursday. Then they're home to play Monroe College on Saturday afternoon. Before, on February 14th, they go out to Essex to take on Essex in a game that needs to be made up in region play. Then they're home again on that February 15th on Tuesday. So Monday, Tuesday, back-to-back. And then on the 17th at SUNY Sullivan. And assuming they put themselves in position possibly for a playoff, they'd have playoff games coming up on the 22nd, 24th, and maybe the 26th if they can make that happen. But it's going to be a busy, busy couple weeks here, 2.5 weeks or so for the Falcons, and it's the same way for the women's team on the other side.
And what you'd like to do is take advantage of the home court. Get a win here tonight and kind of set the tone for the upcoming week, because, as you mentioned, it's a busy stretch, but you want to get as many wins as you can now to get yourself in position for the playoffs.
Well, and you've done these games before, and we've seen these games where, like, the men's team doesn't draw as much as you might hope, and they've got a little bit of a crowd here. They've got the football players here. They've got the women's basketball players here and some of the other student athletes that are nearby that have decided to come up, brave the weather, and come in here to the student union to watch this. So you certainly want to send them home thinking, all right, they're good.
Right.
They won, and I had fun. I want to come back to more of these to kind of grow
Let's do
that
it
crowd.
again,
So
right?
this is an opportunity for you to do that. Now, that being said, this is a problem that our teams have had in the past too. Don't play to the crowd. Make sure you're playing the game that you need to win. Don't be out there trying to get oohs and ahs. Be out there trying to get W's. That's the most important letter they should be worried about here.
Well, sometimes, it's hard. They get caught up with the crowd because the crowd really had got into it in this first half.
Well, I thought when Will Johnson found Gabe Springer underneath for that dunk, I thought that might have been the lift they needed to get into this game. They certainly got the crowd up and moving around, but again, Dundalk just stayed calm, stayed patient. The Falcons just can't hang on in the late stages of the half, and they were able to just stay where they were and move within 5 points here. So it's going to come down to, can the Falcons finish? Is ultimately what it comes down to, and that means both at the rim but also at the end of halves, at the end of games. Can they finish? Can they hold their nerve and figure out how to finish games? Because that's been part of the problem for them, is that they've been in some close games and they've played really well.
Sure.
But it gets down to 2 minutes to go and they just can't get over the hump. So how can they do that even in games where they're in control? How do they finish the game off? How do they keep it from being close?
How many times did we see them this year around the 4-minute mark of a ball game have the lead?
Yep.
3.5 minutes, and then it slipped away. They have to learn how to win, how to finish games.
Yep, and this is as good an opportunity as you're going to get if you're Lackawanna College. So this is your chance. If you're the starters or you're the first team guys, you got to come out there with the same energy that the second team guys came out with in the first half. You got to be out there defending hard, really letting that defense kind of dictate where things are going to go. And then on offense, it sounds like a broken record. You have to show patience. You have to be able to wait for the shot that's going to work, to not force things when it's not coming right away, and to really be patient with what Dundalk is going to give you on defense. Because they're not doing anything special that's stopping Lackawanna College. I think Lackawanna College is rushing a little too quickly and is hurting themselves because of that.
35-30, your halftime score. Will step aside for a break and come back with second half action in just a moment on the LC Fan Network.
Oh, come on, you got this. I know you can do this. Just believe in yourself the way I believe in you.
At the end of the day, everyone just wants a better life.
Try making something delicious.
Or saving someone's life. Lackawanna College will change the way you think.
Change your future.
Change your life.
This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. At Lackawanna College, we're not here to change the world, but we will change how you think, how you attack problems, and overcome limitations, how you push yourself to turn challenges into opportunities. It's an experience that'll change your life, and maybe then you can change the world. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Are you looking for a new career in the great outdoors? Lackawanna College's Conservation and Natural Resource Certificate program can train you in just 15 weeks. Through 5 specialized environmental field courses, you'll be ready for a career as a state park or forest ranger, in the regional park system, or even as an environmental educator. Hands-on training is offered at more than a dozen ecologically unique locations in Northeast Pennsylvania. Enroll today at lackawanna.edu to study in Covington Township, Sunbury, or Towanda.
En Lackawanna College no estamos aquí para cambiar el mundo, pero cambiaremos su forma de pensar, cómo ataca los problemas y supera las limitaciones, cómo se esfuerza por convertir los desafíos en oportunidades. Es una experiencia que cambiará su vida y tal vez entonces puedas cambiar el mundo. Esto cambia la vida. Este es Lackawanna College.
We're just minutes away from second half action here at Lackawanna College on this Thursday night in this NJCAA Region 19, Region 20 matchup between Lackawanna and Dundalk. 35-30, the Falcons have the lead. Tom, some keys for both ball clubs here in the second half.
Well, the key for Lackawanna College is going to be what we talked about earlier, is finishing. And you know, that means both in the grander sense of the game itself, but also finishing your offense, finishing your shots, finishing your offensive play, you know, getting to the open look, not just the one that you want, the one that is the play's designed to get, the one that's going to be open, you know, finding the right guy and continuing to just be clinical in that sense. If you're Dundalk, continue to play defense the way that they have been. Like I don't think that they've done anything super special, but what they have done is they put good pressure on the guards, especially with their 1-2-2 kind of three-quarter court pressure. They're not necessarily trapping until Lackawanna College crosses half court, and then they're just picking off those skip passes. So continue to put that press on, and then they got to find they're getting good balanced scoring, but I really think they're going to need Murray Grant to show up here in the second half. He only had 3 points in that first half. They're going to really need him to step up here in the second half, try to give them a boost.
Yeah, he's a much better player. He averages 12 a ball game and like from the field shooting at about 40%. So they'll need a better performance out of him coming up in the second half.
Absolutely. So he's going to be a key to how they can try to come away with a win here on the road.
Well, let's see what kind of intensity the Falcons come out with here in quarter number 3. Glad you could join us on this Thursday night. Hope you're staying safe. Well, Winter Storm Landon is on the way here in northeastern Pennsylvania. And we'll see if head coach Landon Gabriel had a talk with his team at halftime and if he could get them going. They're up by 5, and can they step on the pedal here in the second half?
I thought, knowing that now, I wonder if Winter Storm Landon came early in that first half when he called that timeout down 10-2. And
quite possibly.
It certainly sounded like it over there.
Absolutely. Yeah, you were able to. Yeah, you mentioned that's the first time I ever heard him.
I mean, like I've heard him talking here and there, but I've never heard him quite at that volume.
Right.
It was, and I don't know that I'd blame him necessarily. That wasn't the effort he wanted to see from his guys early in the ball game. And you know, credit to the Falcons, they responded, and they've come out and they look loose here. So I'm interested to see how they're going to go out here and play here in the second half.
And Lackawanna will have a little bit more depth when you take a look at the lineups. Dundalk, you know, they'll go about 6 deep, maybe 7, but Lackawanna has much more depth, and we'll see if that will be a key factor coming down the stretch.
I mean, as evidenced by putting out the second team, and they're able to come back from a 10-2 deficit. So we'll see how things play here, but the original starting 5 out there on the floor for the Falcons on defense.
Antonio Jenkins takes control for Dundalk, as Jordan Foster now will set it up. And Foster drives to the basket, lays it up with the left hand and misses, and battle for the ball and dishing off. Foster tips it in the lane, and the bucket is good by Nasir Johnson for 2. So Dundalk opens up with a field goal. They now trail 35-32. As Lackawanna will go to work. Scott and Pope. Pope looks inside, and Davis couldn't finish.
Good cut, though.
Dundalk has the basketball as they trail by 3, and pulling up from inside the arc, Foster misfires. Long down court pass to Pope, puts on the brakes and scores. Dave Pope for 2, 37-32 as Lackawanna answers.
He sat for a long time in that first half after getting taken out, so you certainly wonder if Dave Pope's going to come out with a little more energy here in the second half.
Driving to the basket, Foster dishes off. Johnson with the outside jumper misfiring. And Lackawanna has the basketball now in transition as Will Johnson driving across midcourt, and a whistle.
You're going to call a foul on Foster, who kind of took the worst of it there. But he's up.
Jordan Foster whistled for the personal. He hit the deck okay. And Lackawanna will put the ball in play with Brandon Scott looping it in. Now the Falcons in their half-court set. Will Johnson. And on the far side, Davis.
Oh.
Rejected inside, and in transition, here's Murray Grant coast to coast off the glass for two. 37-34.
Jalen was open on that cut, but good deflection.
Brandon Scott lays it up with a left hand. And they're trading baskets here in the first couple of minutes of the second half. And there's a timeout on the court with Lackawanna up 39-34 on the LC Fan Network.
Imagine the innovator you could be tomorrow with an innovative education today from Lackawanna College. Our Level Up program puts high school students on an early college pathway for an easier college transition and faster degree attainment at a dramatically lower cost. That's why Fast Company named us one of the world's most innovative companies. With an education from Lackawanna College, imagine where you'll be tomorrow. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Some people say you can't change the world. At Lackawanna College, we believe you can. With in-demand programs like Medical Assistant, we help prepare you for a career in a field where you can make a difference in your life and in the lives of others. At Lackawanna College, we're not here to change the world. We're here to change you. So maybe you can change the world. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Get started today at lackawanna.edu.
Just about 2 minutes gone by here in this second half, and Lackawanna holds a 39-34 advantage over the Lions of Dundalk.
That was a quick timeout from Dundalk and company. Not necessarily thrilled with the way things were going. As Jerron Taylor, the head coach for the Lions.
Yeah, wanted to talk things over with his ball club. Muzan will give it up. Nasir Johnson, good ball handler, will bring it back outside and direct some traffic now. As Antonio Jenkins and company work it around the perimeter. Nasir Johnson drives to the glass and scores. Well played by the Lions as they took it right to the glass. Now Lackawanna up 39-36. Here's an open look from the outside by Scott, off the mark. Far side, Grant open from beyond the arc and knocks it down.
And just like that, we're tied.
Well, just what you talked about, Tom. They need a big performance from Murray Grant if they hope to win this game, and he was open.
Yep, they need him. They needed him to start to get going here if they want a shot in this game.
Pope gives it up. Will Johnson dishes back out. Pope lines it up and misfires from beyond the arc. In transition, Muzan gives it up. Goes up and scores from downtown. It's 42-39.
He's had an up and down game, but he's starting to get hot too now with 7 points in the half and a big run here, 8-0 run from the Lions.
This is kind of reminds me of the second half of the women's game when the women were in control, and now going to the basket is Dave Pope and the foul.
Offensive on Dave Pope. Good setup on the inside there.
Going down that same kind of road. Women were in control at halftime, and then boom. Harkham kind of started to get back in the ball game in the third quarter, and right here, good timeout. They've got to talk this over.
Yep.
You don't want it to get too far out of reach.
Yeah, that's the goal here if you're Coach Gabriel and company is you start to see those warning signs here, and you need to call a timeout. You need to calm the offense down. Again, they're looking for the home run, it feels like. At least just from an observer's perspective, it just seems like Lackawanna College is looking for the knockout punch, and they don't need that. They really, at this point, they just need offense. They just need buckets. Even if it's a 2-point shot, even if it's a layup, whatever it might be, they just need to get to the rim and score, and then they need to go defend on the other end. That's been the biggest difference so far in the half. Lackawanna's defense has not risen to the occasion. Dundalk has done a great job on offense getting what they want.
Yeah, they've outscored Lackawanna 12-4 in the first 3 minutes of this second half.
An 8-0 run in the last minute 30, minute 40 or so.
So Lackawanna has to find a way to turn things around right here as Dundalk has been on a run.
So Scott checks out. Abdel Wahab checks back into the game, but they leave Davis out there. Still got Springer out there. Still got Pope out there as well. And they're picking up man to man.
Jason Mouzon on the inbound. Nasir Johnson will take control right now. Defended by Will Johnson of Lackawanna. Nasir dishes off. Grant drives in traffic, took it to the glass and draws the foul.
Davis got his hand on the ball. Okay, so they're going to call Springer for the foul. Gabe just picked up his third.
So that is a cause for concern for head coach Landon Gabriel. And on the free throw line is Murray Grant for the Lions and converts on the free throw toss. His first trip to the line tonight, he had a total of 3 points in that first half.
Kieran Harbin's going to check into the game here. Replace Gabe.
Murray Grant is a 63% free throw shooter for the Lions and misses. And Kieran with the big rebound. Opportunity right here for the Falcons. Kieran bounce passing, gets it back. Will reset it. Will Johnson drives with the left hand, puts on the brakes. Oh, fired the pass to Pope, and that was a laser, and Pope just couldn't handle it.
It was a little behind Dave, but he did get his hand to it there. And yeah, we'll put a lot of English on that one. That thing was fired.
Now the Lions will go to work in their half-court offense. Johnson gives it up. And here's an open look and a bucket by Murray Grant.
He's starting to feel it a little bit now. He's got 8 points here in the half.
45-39, Dundalk, your leader. Maj driving, a little bit out of control. Grant has it for the Lions. And he loses the basketball, recovers on the far side. And coming down, it is Amir Johnson down the lane, giving it up in the corner. Here comes a three. That is off the mark, and it's rebounded by Lackawanna. Maj now will take control with Lackawanna trailing 45-39. Baseline shot won't drop for Jalen Davis. And with 5 minutes gone by here in this second half, whistle.
And Lackawanna looks a little listless right now, just a little out of it.
Yeah,
they need to wake up. They need something to wake them up a little. They look like they're looking for something here to try to get them out of this funk.
Yeah, they need a basket here.
Yep.
Inbound pass will go to Will Johnson. Davis goes up for the jam and didn't get it. In transition, Nasir Johnson body twisting shot is good. And Dundalk is on a run, leading 47-39. Will Johnson across midcourt. Near side, Coleman to the basket, and he scores. Nice move.
That stops a 13-0 run.
47-41. The Lions lead this one. Nice move by Nasir Johnson, taking it to the basket, and it's taken away by Abdel Wahab. Fast break is on. Will Johnson and company knocked away, and Dundalk will have the possession.
Might have been a situation where Will should have kept that one and just gone up with it as opposed to trying to look for JD on the lob there.
Now with the Lions leading 47-41. They will work the ball across midcourt. Nasir Johnson matched up with Will Johnson. Grant, the move on the far side. Ball knocked away. Lions keep the possession. Checking out of the lineup is Jalen Davis. Checking in is Amir Elzy for Lackawanna.
So Davis comes out. So they got three guards now with Abdel Wahab, Elzy, and Johnson.
Nasir Johnson down the lane and whistle as he drove to the basket. Hit the deck. He's okay. Bounces right up.
Johnson picks up the personal. Just his second.
Nasir Johnson will get a breather. And checking into the lineup is Balinga Kabasu. And here is a spin move, fade away, off the mark by Amir Johnson. And coming the other way, it's Harbin to set it up. Lackawanna around the perimeter. Maj looks in the corner, and the outside jump shot is off the mark by LZ. They keep it going. Harbin tries the baseline, fires it up. No, ball goes out of bounds. Dundalk possession as they lead 47-41.
Falcons had 5 guys on the perimeter when LZ put that three-point shot up. And they somehow still got the offensive rebound, but still couldn't manage to score. Just not great offense there from the Falcons on that last possession.
Murray Grant, 6'2" freshman, gives it up. And now moves on. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Moves on, defended by LZ. Here is Amoruso giving it up. And with 10 to shoot, pull-up jumper is off the mark by Kabasu. And in transition, it's Will Johnson looking for LZ, and they turn it over.
Yeah. They're just too quick. They're moving too fast for themselves right now. And they're trying to do too much with it. They just got a good possession, just got a good turnover. Don't need to rush down the floor on the other end.
Grant with the spin move. Moves on, lost it, and they keep it going. Kabasu now drives, dishes off in the corner. Open look from the outside, moves on, misfires. And Harbin has it for the Falcons. Here they come in transition. Will Johnson pulls up, sets, fires, yes. 47-43 is the
Needed
answer.
that bucket. Needed to see that bucket go down.
Now they need to play some defense on the other end, as Grant will be matched up with Abdel Wahab. And Muzan will direct some traffic. Muzan off a screen will give it up. Grant fires it. Yes. From downtown, he's deadly. And it's 50-43.
Well, they had him coming off a screen and had just a sliver of space to be able to put that one up and in.
Now Maj drives the baseline, goes up with the shot and scores. In a lot of traffic, and it's a 5-point game.
Take by Maj, but can't be trading buckets right now. If you're the Falcons, need your defense to step up. Even down 5, it's a dangerous game to be playing with that.
Grant and Abdel Wahab defending. Grant gives it up, driving to the basket, underneath. Bucket is good.
Good dump off.
That was Antonio Jenkins on the basket.
Moves on with a nice drive. Good find.
52-45. Dundalk leads it. And pulling up and firing up the shot, forced it, Darryl Coleman. No good. Coming the other way, moves on, driving to the hoop. Whistle and a foul as Harbin hit the deck.
Offensive.
Offensive foul called on Dundalk. Good job by Kieran Harbin and company inside.
It's good defense by Kieran. Staying straight up, planting your feet, getting the call there. But the Falcons.
Now they have to take advantage of that.
Well, they need. It's one of the rare stops they've had in the second half. They hadn't had a lot of those, so they need to take advantage of it. You're right, but the defense needs to be better for Lackawanna College. It has not been there for them here in the second half.
Now Maj will dish off, near side. Coleman kicks it back out. They'll reset the offense. Maj drives, fires it near side. Here's LZ going up with the shot and a whistle.
Out of control. LZ had a tip from behind, but he gets called for the offensive too.
So Lackawanna cannot capitalize on that possession, and as we near the midway point of the second half, they trail 52-45.
Well, it's a lot of drive and kick, and no one's cutting to the basket.
Amir Johnson putting up the shot in the lane, and a whistle.
We call Maj for the hold.
Well,
that's already the 5th team foul on the Falcons now at the midway point of the half.
Now for Lackawanna right here, they have to play some defense. Inbound pass to Nasir Johnson. And they lose it. Harbin comes up with it for the Falcons. Harbin to the basket. Scoop shot, no. And a whistle.
Didn't have a great angle at it, but he'll go to the line as Johnson's going to pick up the personal, but Harbin hit the padding underneath and landed on his back, and a little slow to get up.
Well, that will place Darryl Coleman on the stripe for Lackawanna. And he has converted on 10 of 12 free throw attempts this year for the Falcons. And as a team, Lackawanna shooting at 67% this year from the stripe. Those are points that you need, and we're at that point of the game, Tom. We talk about it all the time.
Free throws.
Have to get some free throws, have to get some momentum, and play some defense.
Huron's the only Falcon that's been to the line. It's going to be the 6th attempt.
Second shot is good. 52-47. They have to keep that lead under double digits. If you're playing defense for Lackawanna, this is a key possession right here.
Yep, you got a little momentum here. Hit the halfway point of the half, need a stop.
Nasir Johnson gives it up. Amir Johnson, long three, no. And Lions will have the possession with under 10 to play in the second half.
I think they caught a break there. Elsie might have been the last to touch it, but it was forced from behind. It was knocked free by the Lions, and normally that's called the other way.
Nasir Johnson to inbound the basketball with 9:51 remaining here in the second half. And we're finally ready to go. Beautiful pass inside. He gets it back. He'll fire the shot up. It doesn't drop, and Lackawanna will have the possession.
Yeah, hit the ribbon above the basket there.
Out of bounds, and here come the Falcons. LZ and company. Will Johnson across midcourt. Oh, looking for Maj, nobody there.
That's the second or third time that someone hasn't looked for the pass that was intended for them.
Driving to the basket, no, they don't come up with the shot. And rebounding is Will Johnson. Johnson out of control going to the basket. Draws a whistle. Johnson slow to get up there. He's okay, but seems as though, Lackawanna wants to take it to the basket, but driving through defenders sometimes, that's another issue. As Will Johnson, the 5'10 sophomore on the stripe, up over 75% from the free throw line this year, and converts. 4-point lead for the Dundalk Lions. Jalen Amoruso is in the lineup now for the Lions, wearing number 5. As Will Johnson will attempt second free throw. No. And Dundalk will have it as Amir Johnson collected it. Johnson with the spin move goes to the glass. Oh, it's rejected inside.
Good recovery by Kieran after getting beat initially. Comes back to knock that one loose. Good defense by Coleman to recover there as well.
Will Johnson checks out. Nashawn Johnson is into the Lackawanna lineup. As Grant will fire the pass inbounds. Nasir Johnson and Amoruso lines it up and rattles it in. It's a two-pointer. 54-48. Dundalk. Maj will loop the pass far side, gets it back. He'll take control now, going to the basket and traveling.
Yep. Yeah, Maj was a little indecisive on the drive there and gets called for the walk, and looks like another timeout here for Coach Gabriel.
8:53 to play in the second half. 54-48 the Lions on the LC Fan Network.
Oil and gas jobs are back. Are you looking for a life-changing experience? Lackawanna College's School of Petroleum and Natural Gas can put you on a path to a lucrative career in the production and delivery of America's energy in just 2 years. Choose from 2 degree programs or 2 certificate programs with internships that give students real-world and practical experience in the field. Lackawanna College will give you the education you need to build a career in this exciting industry. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Apply today at lackawanna.edu. We never set out to change the world, but at Lackawanna, we see our graduates doing it every day. In healthcare fields like surgical technology, our graduates are making an impact, not only in their own lives, but in the lives of countless patients and their families. Changing the world. It's really a simple matter of making life better for others, and there's no better place to start than Lackawanna College. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Visit lackawanna.edu today.
Welcome back to the Student Union at Lackawanna College with Tom Ferguson, Steve Young. 8:53 remaining here in the second half, and the Lions have a 54-48 advantage over Lackawanna. And Dundalk has outscored Lackawanna here in this second half, 24-13.
Yep, it has been tough sledding for the Falcons here. 13-0 run for Dundalk that gave them the lead, and they have pretty much held serve since then. Lackawanna College has not really been able to get much closer than 5 or 6 at this point.
And the Lions will go to work with Muzan giving it up. And Maruzzo out beyond the arc. Johnson, here's a long outside shot that is off the mark and won't drop for the Lions. And coming the other way, Harbin gives it up. He gets it back, sets, fires, and shot is off the mark. Dundalk will have the possession.
Maybe it bounced high and hit the wire, I guess.
Yeah, it went out of bounds, so now Dundalk with 8:21 remaining. 54-48, they lead, and they will bring the ball the length of the court. Here they go on a drive to the basket. The scoop shot won't drop for Nasir Johnson. LZ coast to coast on the break, lays it up with the left hand, and it drops in. And the lead is down to 4 for the Lions.
Amazingly, that's the first points of the game for Amir. He was Superman in the last game against Raritan Valley. Can he do it again?
Well, can they build off of that great play right there? And driving, putting on the brakes, they work it outside. Nasir Johnson battling for it. And a jump ball. Wow. Lackawanna will have the possession.
That's a break for Lackawanna College because Nashon forced it loose, and I thought they might have called a foul on Kieran for jumping down there, but instead they call a jump ball, and Falcons catch a big break.
Well, right here, plenty of time remaining in the game. You're down by 4.
Yep.
I think if you run your offense and get a good shot, we'll see how things play out. As Lackawanna will work it around the perimeter, open for 3. Maj can't finish, gets his own rebound, kicks it outside. Daryl Coleman drives, fires it up, short. Battling for the ball is Amir Johnson, and a whistle.
They're going to call Coleman on the personal.
Yeah. Lackawanna continues to struggle.
They had the right look, though. I mean, that was a good shot by Maj. Coleman's shot was a little more difficult there, and then he gets called for the foul 94 feet from the bucket, so that doesn't help. But they got the look they wanted, just couldn't get the finish.
Now the Dundalk Lions up by 4, 54-50, will run their half-court set. Murray Grant drives, and a whistle.
Yep. Nashon. So yeah, Nashon called for the personal, and that's a 1-and-1. So now the next 7 minutes, Dundalk's going to be on the line.
Murray Grant on the free throw line for the Dundalk Lions with some key free throws right here. And this is what you talked about, Tom. They needed him to get something going in this ball game, and he misfires on the free throw.
Door slightly ajar.
Now a chance for Lackawanna, down by 4. Maj on a drive, short on the layup. Coming the other way, here is Grant, coast to coast, dishing off underneath the hoop, firing it up. Antonio Jenkins draws the foul.
I think it's just a block.
Okay. Ball went out of bounds, so no foul on the play.
Yeah, Coleman got the block and knocked it down on the baseline.
And it will be Grant to inbound. They lose it. Battling for the ball is Nashawn Johnson. Great job by the Falcons.
They're hustling, that's for sure. And then they get Grant on the personal for reaching in behind Nashawn there. So that's the 5th foul on the Lions here.
Now Lackawanna will inbound the basketball, and here comes a little bit of pressure applied by Dundalk as LZ will give it up. Nearing the 6-minute mark remaining in the second half. LZ,
nice
beautiful
pass.
pass underneath for 2 to Daryl Coleman. And it's a 2-point game. Here is Nasir Johnson dishing off underneath, and the rejection by Harvin.
That's the second time Jenkins has been blocked from behind in the last 2 possessions.
Yeah, you gotta love it. 2-point game, 54-52. Dundalk your leader. And they will inbound the ball.
Falcons win zone.
Kabasu to set it up. Working in the far corner, and they throw it away.
Falcons went zone, and Dundalk panicked a little on that one. Had someone in the corner and overthrew it.
Well, Muzan was the intended receiver, and now Lackawanna with a chance to tie or take the lead with under 6 to play. LZ open, can't convert. Ball's rebounded by Kabasu. Here he comes, going to the basket, up with the layup, short. Ball's tipped into the hands of LZ. Fast break is on for Lackawanna. Far side, pass to Coleman. Good for 2, and we are deadlocked at 54.
What eyes by LZ to find Coleman on the baseline, and a timeout from Dundalk.
As the crowd comes alive here in Scranton as we go to a break with 5:31 to play on the LC Fan Network.
At Lackawanna College, we never said we could change the world, but we believe our graduates can. That's why we offer programs in healthcare fields like ultrasound technology. Our graduates play a vital role in modern healthcare, using diagnostic technology to help improve the lives of their patients, making a difference in people's lives. That's what changing the world is all about, and it all starts at Lackawanna College. Visit lackawanna.edu today. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Back in Scranton at Lackawanna College with 5:31 remaining here in the second half. We're tied at 54. Dundalk and Lackawanna College on the LC Fan Network. Glad you can join us for all of the action on this Thursday night. Lackawanna trying to break a 2-game losing streak, and Dundalk trying to break a 6-game losing streak.
And both these teams are sick of losing, that's for sure. And Falcons on a 6-0 run here, Steve, to tie things up at 54 all.
Well, here we go with Dundalk in possession of the basketball, facing pressure now. And they will go right to the basket, up for 2.
Nice take by Amir Johnson.
So Amir Johnson scoring for Dundalk. They take a 2-point lead. And now Maj will set things up. He'll step back, fire. It's a little bit short. Ball's rebounded by Muzan. And here's a pass that was almost intercepted by Nashawn Johnson. Rolls out of bounds with 4:58 remaining.
Maj was a little quick on the trigger there on offense. Coach Gabriel saying move the ball. Got to try to find something better on offense. Didn't need that. Now it puts the Falcons on a defensive hole a little here. Needing another stop.
Elamir Johnson to inbound for the Lions. Looking, long pass will go to Nasir Johnson.
Falcons back in a 2-3 again.
And Nasir Johnson looking inside. Off the turnaround. This shot is off the mark by Amir Johnson. 56-54, Lions lead. Falcons with a chance here to tie once again or take the lead. Nashawn Johnson dishing off. They'll work it around the perimeter. Harbin. Maj now with 8 to shoot. Driving, dishing off. Elzy on the drive. The shot, no. Touch last by the Lions.
3 seconds on the clock, so the Falcons got to be aware here.
Well, you have to get a good inbound pass and shoot quickly. Darryl Coleman will look to inbound the basketball when we're ready, and here it comes. Coleman looking.
Gotta go
get
up.
it out to
Gotta go up.
Maj.
Gotta go up.
And the shot clock expires. Now an empty possession, as you call it, Tom, for Lackawanna as we near 4 minutes left. And the Falcons trailing 56-54.
They got it into Harbin, but I don't know if Kieran knew exactly how much time he had. Plus, he didn't really have much of an angle. And then Maj was under duress and had no chance to get that one up.
Grant open, can't convert. And the rebound goes to Lackawanna and Nashawn Johnson.
Might have avoided something there because Grant was wide open.
Now Maj will fire the pass to Elzy. Lackawanna patient offensively right here. Harbin backs out. Maj driving, pulls up, fires, rattles in and out. Ball is rebounded by the Lions, and here they come in transition. The long down court pass to Grant, open from the baseline, yes. 58-54, Dundalk. Just about down to the 3-minute mark remaining as Harbin on the drive to the basket.
Timeout.
And another timeout with 3:13 to play, Tom. As we're coming down to the stretch now, 58-54, every possession so important.
Yeah, it's an interesting lineup that's on the floor for the Falcons too. You know, Jalen Davis on the bench, David Pope on the bench right now, Will Johnson on the bench right now. With you got Amir Elzy out there and Coleman and Harbin, and it's Abdel Wahad. It's a different group that's out there right now because Coach Gabriel's trying to find the players that want to play, and you know some of them have shown up in this game, and others haven't really been there. So he's just trying to put guys out there that want to play and want to try to get a win here. So it's a different lineup, so some different personalities and guys on the floor, but Falcons have to try to figure this out here. They can't settle on long jumpers with 3:13 to go. They have to know that while there isn't a ton of time left, they still have time to get to the basket, but they have to be patient.
And you have to take high percentage shots as Nashawn Johnson drives, scores, and will go to the free throw line.
Nothing more high percentage than right at the rim.
Well, that's what they needed. 58-56 as Lackawanna answers, and that will place Nashawn Johnson on the stripe for the Falcons. His first trip to the line tonight for Lackawanna.
Yeah. Someone go over, yeah, Kieran.
Oh.
Kieran went over the line, so they're not going to get the chance at the three-point play, but still, Falcons got a bucket. Now they need to play some defense again here.
Grant will give it up. Nasir Johnson. Grant sets, fires, no. Rebound, Nashawn Johnson. And here come the Falcons with under 3 to play. trailing 58-56. Maj will dish off. LZ on the dribble. Daryl Coleman. And LZ with 8 to shoot. Coleman will fire it up. Air ball. And the Lions have it. Here they come with Muzan dishing off to Grant. And the layup, no. And the putback doesn't go by Muzan. They'll battle for it. And the Lions will keep the possession with 2:15 remaining.
The Falcons just, they got the look. They got Coleman in the corner, and he was long on the shot, and may have gotten lucky on defense, but they keep things rolling here.
Amir Johnson will look to inbound the basketball. They get it inside, outside to Muzan, and he cans a three. 61-56. Dundalk, your leader as we near 2 minutes to play. The relentless defense of the Lions now giving Lackawanna fits as LZ will drive to the basket. Bucket is good, and the foul. Amir LZ. And it's 61-58.
Amir Johnson called for the personal from behind. LZ, nice take. Way to finish through traffic there and with someone on your back.
Well, Amir LZ is on the free throw line for Lackawanna, his first trip tonight. LZ is a 73% free throw shooter and rattles it in.
5 points for LZ, but they've been huge points in the course of the game. Now can the Falcons get a stop again? Down by 2.
Nasir Johnson will set it up. Far side, outside jumper is good by Muzan. And it is 64-59 Dundalk.
God, he's got an interesting release. It's almost like a set shot. And he's money with it the last 2 possessions.
Maj now wants to go to the basket, gives it up. LZ, Maj now fires from downtown. No, battle for the ball. And we have a jump ball, I believe. And Dundalk will have the possession. Whistle also.
They called a foul on Coleman. They're going to say Amoruso got the rebound, and Coleman called for the foul.
So they'll walk the length of the court and place Jalen Amoruso on the stripe. In the first half, Amoruso was 0 for 2 from the stripe. And with 1:14 to play, and the fans into it, shot rolls around the iron. Nashawn Johnson with the rebound. Key possession right here for the Falcons.
Don't need a 3. You can get a bucket, but it's got to be quick.
LZ, Maj outside the arc, drives, puts it up, short, and it's rebounded by the Lions with 54 seconds remaining. Well, here we go once again, right down the same path we were on in the women's game, as both teams will go back to the free throw line, and Antonio Jenkins is on the stripe for the Lions of Dundalk College, leading 64-59.
Will Johnson's going to come back into the game.
Well, for the Falcons, they are going to need a shot quickly.
Yeah, well, he's the guy to give it to you.
This shot is off the mark. It's rebounded by Daryl Coleman. Now, you're going to need to get the ball across midcourt, get an open look, and convert. Will Johnson.
It's got to be north to south, can't be east to west here.
He lost the ball. Players battle for it. And the foul will be called on Will Johnson with 37 seconds left. That will place Jalen Amoruso back on the charity stripe for Dundalk.
And getting 2 shots here because it's a double bonus at this point.
Well, Tom, Lackawanna had a 5-point lead at the half, 35-30. As Amoruso misses on the free throw attempt. Right here with 37 seconds left, Lackawanna trails 64-59. Amoruso misses the second shot. It is knocked away. Lackawanna will have a chance with 36 seconds to play. And there is a timeout called by Dundalk.
Wow.
Well, Tom, 36 seconds left. Lackawanna has the basketball. Not much time left. You're going to have to be very effective when you come across midcourt.
Yeah, and it just, that hasn't been them tonight. That hasn't been them tonight. So it's going to come down to, can they get someone running towards the basket, maybe try to get some penetration and get someone cutting to the basket at the same time, dump it off for a layup. I mean, I think you got to score
quickly
within 10 to 15 seconds here, and even then that might be a little long, and then you got to
foul.
Tell you what, Dundalk is not doing themselves any favors because they've missed a bunch of free throws that could have put this game out of reach at this point. So Lackawanna College, the door is slightly ajar. Can they kick it open is the question, but barring, I don't think you go for 3 here, just because they have not been consistent enough from downtown, and you don't have the time to maneuver to find the good 3-point shot. I think if you're the Falcons, you got to get the ball down the floor, and like I said, cut to the basket, get to the rim, and hope you can get something at the rim.
Well, Lackawanna down by 5. And it will be Nashawn Johnson to inbound the basketball. And Dundalk going to put some pressure on Will Johnson. And that will force Will to inbound right in front of the crowd here. Now they're going to make a switch, and Nashawn Johnson will inbound. Let's see, we must have about 25 coaches right there. With some instructions as Will Johnson will give it up. Maj lines it up, and it's an air ball. They'll keep it going. And here is an open look by Will Johnson, off the mark with 22 seconds left, and Dundalk has the rebound as Antonio Jenkins comes up with it. Lackawanna has to foul quickly to stop the clock with 19 seconds to play.
They didn't need the 3. They looked like Maj initially might have had Nashawn dive into the basket after the kick out, and then Will could have swung it to Amir, though Amir was way out there, and that would have been a dangerous pass anyway with Amoruso. Just really nothing there.
As Antonio Jenkins is good on the free throw. And it is 65-59 the Lions.
Now you might need a 3. It's a 2-possession game.
Antonio Jenkins, 65% free throw shooter, hits 2.
And that makes it a 3-possession game.
66-59. Will Johnson across midcourt. Maj almost lost it, pulls up, and knocks down the shot.
I say 2.
2-pointer as his foot was just inside the arc. And with 12 seconds to play, 66-61, we are going to have both teams walking the length of the court.
Elzy gets his second foul. That's going to put the Lions back at the line here, well into the double bonus.
And with 12 seconds to play, Nasir Johnson, 6-foot freshman point guard, who has averaged 16 points a ball game this season, misfires on the free throw attempt. Well, Dundalk trying to break a 6-game losing streak. And they're 12 seconds away as Nasir Johnson converts on the free throw. Now Lackawanna loses the basketball, 8 seconds left, and that is going to do it. The Dundalk Lions will defeat Lackawanna here tonight by the score of 67-61 to snap a 6-game losing streak and they improved their overall record to 9 wins and 11 losses, while the Falcons here tonight fall to an overall mark of 5 wins and 12 losses. We will go to a quick break and come back with final stats and the wrap-up after this time out on the LC Fan Network.
At Lackawanna College, we're not here to change the world, but we will change how you think, how you attack problems, and overcome limitations, how you push yourself to turn challenges into opportunities. It's an experience that'll change your life, and maybe then you can change the world. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Are you looking for a new career in the great outdoors? Lackawanna College's Conservation and Natural Resource Certificate program can train you in just 15 weeks. Through 5 specialized environmental field courses, you'll be ready for a career as a state park or forest ranger, in the regional park system, or even as an environmental educator. Hands-on training is offered at more than a dozen ecologically unique locations in Northeast Pennsylvania. Enroll today at lackawanna.edu to study in Covington Township, Sunbury, or Towanda.
En Lackawanna College no estamos aquí para cambiar el mundo, pero cambiaremos su forma de pensar, cómo ataca los problemas y supera las limitaciones, cómo se esfuerza por convertir los desafíos en oportunidades. Es una experiencia que cambiará su vida y tal vez entonces puedas cambiar el mundo. Esto cambia la vida. Este es Lackawanna College.
Imagine the innovator you could be tomorrow with an innovative education today from Lackawanna College. Our Level Up program puts high school students on an early college pathway for an easier college transition and faster degree attainment at a dramatically lower cost. That's why Fast Company named us one of the world's most innovative companies. With an education from Lackawanna College, imagine where you'll be tomorrow. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Welcome back to Lackawanna College alongside Tom Ferguson, Steve Young, where the Dundalk Lions defeat Lackawanna here tonight 67-61. Lackawanna had a 5-point advantage at halftime, but in this second half, the Lions outscored the Falcons 37-26 to win this one 67-61.
Yeah.
So, Tom, a tough night for both the men and the women here at Lackawanna College as both teams, ironically, had leads at halftime. It was a 5-point lead for the men and a 4-point lead for the women, and they let it slip away.
Yeah, Falcons struggled 34% from the field in the second half, 11-32. They were 0 of 11 from beyond the arc. It's kind of what you and I talked about at halftime, where they don't shoot threes consistently enough to really justify that home run that they're looking for. 4 of 25 overall from downtown for the game. 26-67 from the field, 39%. 39% shooting for Dundalk in the second half, but they were 5-14 from beyond the arc. So they hit their threes when they needed to. And even 4 of 10 from the free throw line, it wasn't great for them, but they found a way to snap the streak. 20-9 points off turnovers. Falcons with 23 turnovers in that game. Just not good enough, obviously, to come away with the win.
Tom, how about the balance in the lineup, though, for Dundalk? They had 3 players in double figures.
Yeah, we talked about Murray Grant saying that he needed a big second half, and that's exactly what he gave them. He had 18 points overall. I believe that means he had 15 points in the second half alone. 17 points for Nasir Johnson in the game, 11 for Jason Mouzon coming off the bench. Amir Johnson had 8 and 7. They had good balance. They were a scrappy team. That much I can say. What they might have lacked in shooting prowess. They made big shots down the stretch, and you're pointing out now just 9 turnovers for them, which I looked at my sheet and I'm like, well, they only have around 9 or 10 turnovers. I'm like, that can't be right. I must have missed some. But Joe Paparelli doesn't miss.
Yes.
And 9 turnovers. That is on the road. After arriving here late and getting a half hour later than usual, driving through rain and all that, come a long way to come up with a big win.
And as we take a look at Daryl Coleman, he seems to be laboring going into the exit over here, the locker room. So hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, just getting looked at by the training staff, I'm sure.
And I guess now, Tom, it's time to turn the page and focus on this weekend coming up on Saturday, 3 p.m. Men's action as they will take on Morris. And then on Sunday, the women in action at 1 p.m. against Niagara.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Falcons, obviously you're disappointed. You wanted the win and all that, but you still have opportunities to do something here if you can keep winning your region games. And they have been so close in some of these games, and even in this one had opportunities that just went by the wayside. So if they can rally, if they can find a way to get a win on Saturday against County College Morris, it'll go a long way to kind of curing what ails them right now. They need, much like you need to see a shot go through the rim, you need to see a bucket. They need to see a win. They need to win a game to kind of give themselves an opportunity to do something here the latter stages of the season.
And that is going to wrap it up here at Lackawanna College. Your final score, Dundalk 67, Lackawanna 61. For Tom Ferguson, I'm Steve Young. Thanks for joining us. Till next time, so long from the Student Union.